Hey, what's up guys? This is the Zoozee Z70. The company reached out to me and sent me this product for free to do an honest review. They didn't pay me for this review. I was kind of interested in this because I have the Roomba vacuum cleaner and that thing is awesome. The fact that it vacuums itself without me doing anything besides emptying out the bin. I'm going to try it out and I'm going to give you guys my opinion. And maybe I'll compare it to the Roomba as well, just because I've had the Roomba for years actually. Wi-Fi connection, looks like that's what you need to scan to get the app. And happy, not happy, vacuum cleaner instructions, and a warranty card. Open this up. Okay, so it looks like it comes with 2 mop plates. I'm assuming these are machine washable. And okay, so there's Velcro here, here, and here. Slides out from here, and I guess you would put the other one in. It's not coming off too easily. That might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. Might be a good thing that it's not going to move much, but it looks like not too bad. Okay, so there's that. You got 2 of those. Let's take out the dustbin first, and then I'll take out the vacuum. So this looks like the charger. So it comes with this. Attach it to a wall. Looks like it just comes here, pushes this in, and that's how it charges. It's kind of similar to the Roomba I have, except the Roomba is on the bottom. So it should work well. That would be my assumption. And actually, the cables are probably, yeah. So it looks like the cable would go inside here. And this would close up and you would lean this against a wall. And we have a dustbin. Yeah, just looks like the regular dustbin. You have a little filter. Kind of similar to a Roomba, I guess. And you get the charger. Just a regular charger, and it is 100 to 240 volts, so it should pretty much work in most places. Here's the main vacuum, not super heavy or anything like that. Take a look at this. So it comes nicely packaged. This is the LiDAR part. It's supposed to detect objects and stuff. Has kind of a cool design. And this is where you put in the bin. So it looks like the mop bin is here. And it says, please remove before using the robot. So I guess I'll just remove this for now. And okay, some instructions on how to put it in stuff. So let's just, okay, so I guess this is for the mopping. And that looks like the place you put in the water. And then you could put in the other bin if you're using it just as a regular vacuum. And this looks like a brush. So similar to a Roomba where it has this caster wheel, it has these 2 robotic. These are the ones that move, and take this off. So having a Roomba, sometimes hair gets stuck on these sides or small things, so it's good to have access to this. So, and this is where the trash is going. So there's that. I have to get used to this one, but pretty straightforward. Open these up. And again, having a Roomba, you do have to eventually clean these sensors after a while. And this has this. So typically these types of vacuums, this part is movable. So when they hit something, this moves and doesn't cause damage. So these are like that on purpose. But this is the charging port, so it just goes in, touches this, and it starts charging. And yeah. Okay, so these are the mopping. So my Roomba has one of these that's in the corner. These are typically helpful when the Roomba, because this Zoozee is, because it's circular, these typically spin, and if it's trying to get some dust from the side, this usually helps with that. But sometimes it also pushes dust in other places. So we'll see how this one does it.
12 seconds later.
Okay, so the mop plate goes, it just slides in from the top, and you're good to go. If you want to remove it, you basically just take it out. So you slide it in, and then you hold these two, and then it comes out. So pretty straightforward. These have this square base, so you would just push it in. And should be good to go. And these spin while it's vacuuming. It's supposed to help get the dirt in here.
Later.
So you press clean on the Zoozee app and it will turn on the Zoozee and start cleaning. You can also hit the power button on the Zoozee app to do the same thing. And the home button is to go back to the home base and start charging. You can also set schedules within the app. The app actually gives you a ton of options, which is kind of a nice thing. So it starts cleaning and it goes this back and front action type of thing where it's trying to cover it efficiently, but sometimes it goes random. So this was normal speed and I'm going to start speeding it up fairly soon so you guys could see that it's not exactly going. So it does, it goes back and front, and then it kind of goes a little random. And when it's going back and front, it doesn't go super straight, and I'll show you guys some lines on the carpet. So you could see that it does a decent job of avoiding obstacles, which is pretty good, and that's thanks to its LiDAR on top. So it does go underneath my couch. Now, I got my couch a few years ago, but that was after I had a Roomba, so I picked a couch specifically tall enough for my Roomba to clear, and the good news is the Zoozee also clears it. Time for the sandal test. Now, I wanted to see if the Zoozee was going to clear it or not, and it looks like it just kind of pushes it out of the way. Now, these are fine with sandals, but if you have wires lying around or Lego bricks or anything small that could get caught up in the vacuum, it's probably not going to be great. So it's always a good idea to have the ground clear from these robot vacuums. Now, moving to the fun part, the map that it's creating, and honestly, it does a pretty good job of mapping out my place. Now, you could also see that it's showing live where the vacuum is, and it also does a good job of that. Now, the lines do show up a tad bit laggy, but it's the robot itself, the vacuum itself, is fairly accurate, and it updates pretty regularly. So, very impressed by this. But notice that the lines are very straight on the app itself. But when you actually look on the carpet, it's not going to be forming super straight lines. And again, there's also some randomness that goes on. So it's kind of trying to go straight here, but it's not super straight. So I'll zoom in so you guys could see another part of the carpet that it's not super straight lines as you would expect. Now for the fun part, let's see how much dust it picked up after it vacuumed my entire place. It actually did a pretty impressive job because the bin itself was full of pretty much dirt and dust and everything else. So very impressed with the results. But I took this a step further because I'm like, let me turn on my Roomba right after this was done and see how much dirt my Roomba can pick up. And my Roomba still picked up some dirt. Now again, it was not full or by any means or anything like that, but it still picked up some dirt. Now I don't know if that's because the Zoozee was full and it started picking up less dirt at the end, or if this went to a few places that the Zoozee didn't, but either way, this was another test. Time for the fall test. Now I don't have stairs, but I have the slightly elevated portion which kind of somehow mimics stairs. So I'm like, let me see if this would work or not with the Zoozee to see if it would fall or not. And after trying it several times, now sometimes it would get close and it wouldn't fall, but pretty much most of the time it did fall. Then I'm like, well, I have an older Roomba and let's put that to the test. So after trying the Roomba, it actually did a much better job of not falling. It still fell after a while, but you could see it's getting close to the corners. You could see the pattern that it's doing a better job of this. Now here's something my old Roomba can't do, which is mop the floors, which honestly is a pretty awesome feature that's built straight into this. and the vacuum is still on. So it's still vacuuming, and behind that it's mopping the floors. So you do have to change out the dustbin to put the other one in, and I put in some warm tap water. It didn't put anything hot. I just put in some warm tap water, and it did a pretty good job of collecting the dust. Now if you have some tough stains down there, it's probably not going to get that, but for anything out of the ordinary, just any normal dust, it will easily pick that up. And honestly, if you leave it running long enough, it does a really good job of cleaning the floors. So I was very impressed with this. I would be happier if the algorithm worked a little bit better, where it was running a little more efficiently instead of a little less randomly. But overall, if you leave it running long enough, it does do the job, because again, it maps out your house. So here are the results. We have the brand new microfiber towel on the left, and we have the used one on the right. So you could see that it picked up a lot of dust. It did a pretty good job of this. And it's awesome because I could just throw this in the washer and dryer and just reuse it again whenever I need to. So very happy with this. And another good thing about this is that the floors didn't get super wet. They pretty much dried fairly quickly, so it wasn't leaving a lot of water on the ground. Final thoughts. Now, before I jump into the specifics of the Z70, I just want to say that I like robot vacuums, generally speaking, because they're huge time savers and they don't require much maintenance. I mean, you do have to empty out the bins and sometimes they get stuck, but overall, they do a pretty awesome job of just keeping the place clean. All right, getting into the specifics of the Z70, I want to say that overall it did a pretty good job of cleaning and mopping. The app is also useful because you could customize zones. You can set it to clean now. You can set zones to avoid. You can also mark it on the app itself to say, hey, go clean this specific area. But in practice, when you mark a spot to get it cleaned, it doesn't always do a good job of that. Because I tried that a few times it worked well. A few other times it just kind of went to that area and it just did like a little bit of that area, very little, maybe 10% of that area, and it came back. So there's definitely room for improvement there. There's also room for improvement with the algorithm in general. Now again, if you leave this running and you're not paying attention to it, it's going to clean your place. But if you look at it from an efficiency standpoint, I feel like there's room to improve the software, it actually going more efficiently and doing less random stuff. I would also be a little worried if you had stairs. But aside from that, again, the algorithm, I think they could just push that with the firmware upgrade once they improve it a bit. But overall, I think it did a pretty good job considering its price. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know what your thoughts are.